I hear you, but there are many still asleep on our side, and we need another revolution war against UK government to reclaim common law and maritime law. We, the United States citizens. So, no, it's not fully the UK. They're being. I mean, they've done a lot, but they've been able to get a lot of control because of the weak Republicans and Democrats, okay, that tend to side with their socialist agendas. Now, and I said Republicans too. Here's the problem. So what J.D. Vance is reflecting when he went to do his, wonderful speech everybody wants to carry on about, okay, yeah. So in Europe, that's a way to deflect. Because at first, that's what I when I started reading this article about, well, no, it's Europe. And I thought, oh. But see, they're doing that because then you'll give Elon Musk and his tech people a pass. You'll give YouTube and their tech people that are silencing and shadow banning a pass. You'll give Rumble, all of it. Because it's like, oh, well, another country's controlling it. No, they're not. They just don't want some of the stuff Americans say here getting across the pond. What's said here they don't care about. Plus, they don't have that much power to do that. But it gives J.D. Vance is throwing cover to the tech giants. Again, because you have to look at it from the aspect that all these people are going to do is stall. That's all they're going to do. Everybody that's in Trump's circle is going to stall. Not because Trump put him there for a reason. We don't know how this is going to play out in an interesting way. But that's what they're all doing. So J.D. Vance is doing a great job of throwing shade to Elon Musk, and they all have. I mean, look at a majority of them there on the right carried on about TikTok for all these years. Did Josh Hawley come out and apologize because it was really Facebook that gave all of our data to China? No. But they gave Zuckerberg a pass while they went after TikTok. So here's the thing, it's corporate personhood. You don't ever hear any politician on the left or the right talk about corporate personhood. You don't. Think about it. You don't. You'll hear Bernie or somebody that'll say, oh, tax the rich more or do this to the rich. No. But Bernie, none of them politicians nor the Supreme Court, doesn't matter on what side of the aisle, they don't want to give, they gave corporate personhood to the corporations. That's the reason that there's nothing you can do about what Elon Musk does on X with shadow banning, what Rumble does on shadow banning, and they're not being forced to. I mean, first of all, it's part of what tech wanted to do with their technocracy anyway. But look, like Trump got in. No, we don't have freedom of speech. I mean, now here's the argument that side would make, but they're not true believers in our Constitution. They're not people that respect our Constitution, not on the left or the right, neither side. Because the very fact that they never bring up that corporate personhood is what has allowed, that's led to globalism, and not only that, the infringement upon our speech tells you where they stand. See, we need people that are actually representing us, that actually respect the Constitution. They don't. They go on TV. That's why all they do is go on TV and carry on about how much they love it and how people should have free speech. But literally, there's an easy way to fix free speech. There is, where the tech giants wouldn't even dare fuck with anybody, any of them, and that's get rid of corporate personhood. I had said in my video I did earlier about this that they were given it after Watergate. No, it came in way earlier than that. It was coming in slowly. It came in 1886. It's clearly in the Constitution that the founders did not see corporations as being the same as you and I, the people. So all it takes, though, is these lawyers and these judges that have these that have agendas where they don't support our values. They talk a good game, but they don't support our values, and they go and they start tearing little threads away from the Constitution, little by little. And so eventually the corporations they've over time have seized a bunch of, they have our rights while we really don't have any. Now, they would make the argument, no, you get freedom, just like Elon had said many years ago, I'll give you freedom of speech, I won't give you reach. That's clearly still suppressing speech. So he's a man that shows that he doesn't respect free speech. But he plays both sides. He plays this side that, oh, well, they're forcing me to do it. Nobody's forcing him or his tech people to set their algorithms up like this. Just think about it, because I believe Donald Trump supports free speech, but nothing changed when he came in, right? Even though his executive order, because these people, they not only don't respect our president, they don't respect our values, that our founders did not believe that corporations should be seen as a personhood. But it serves the left and the right for there to be corporate personhood because of that, it keeps you silent. So then they can get on the news and say it's all these other problems when really it's not, and say that, no, I support free speech when really they don't. Nor the Supreme Court, because why? The Supreme Court doesn't want to see you speaking up, especially if it's against a decision they made. And sadly, because of this, it's led to human rights abuses, and it's led to a bunch of nastiness. And what's really sad is before they allowed this, the country was surviving and thriving when they didn't have corporate personhood, because everybody. So this was just, so that's the problem, is what I'm trying to say. And in order to get rid of that, it would actually take legislation from Congress, and that just won't happen because it serves them. They can just run around and not get anything done while they act like they're getting stuff done for the people. Think about all these years they carried on doing these stupid hearings with all these tech giants when really they just could have started if they respected our Constitution, but they don't. Not the Republicans or the Democrats. They just don't, because they could have done something. Even though the Supreme Court, even though we say it's the law of the land, Congress can legislate to get rid of it. The Supreme Court has historically expanded corporate rights under the doctrine of corporate personhood. And it makes sense why they would, because they don't respect our Constitution. They don't. They don't. Otherwise, they never would have done that, because there's nothing in the Constitution allowing that. But it's these people that find these little loopholes, and they're just people that have no respect for our founding. But it serves them, because again, then if you disagree, you can't get on social. You'll be suppressed on social media as long as the corporations, that includes a big tech, has corporate personhood. They would immediately stop it if they didn't have that. That protects them. That's the reason they didn't care what Trump executive ordered in. Congress has the authority to limit the types of cases the Supreme Court can hear. They really should do that. Congress can change the number of justices. Well, we don't want to do that. But they could do something. Congress has the ability, if they truly cared about our First Amendment rights, they could truly do something to rein in this corporate personhood, but they don't, because again, they don't want to hear from the people. Like, if you're going to be a strong leader, then you should be able to handle, okay, well, they have a right to their opinion. They love, the people do. They love to carry on about how the people do, but when push comes to shove, they haven't wanted to do anything about this corporate personhood, and they know about it. And it serves, again, the Supreme Court. It serves corporate, and it serves our politicians. So our Constitution has literally, by the left and the right, has been undermined because there's people that don't do the right thing. So, yeah, I mean, you'd think the president is the highest of the land. He executive orders in, but that only handles the federal level. So there's nothing anybody can do about these tech giants doing this to us and shadow banning us, because Congress won't do anything about limiting corporate personhood power. It should be abolished, but that's truly the problem. They're just trying to, again, blame another country for what the failure is in Washington on the left and the right side.